Hello, everybody.
Hello?
You just missed me doing a little tune for Andrew called Organise His Expletive. And it was beautiful. And I've realised that I'm trying not to swear. I'm a new man because, professionalism and all that. And also kind of probably shouldn't swear when they're commentating on Sunday. So I'm trying. Not going well because I've just sang a song about sorting out your shit.
Well, there you go. How many minutes in? Less than one?
Pretty much.
Good work, good effort.
Thank you. Much
It's
appreciated.
race week.
It is race week, you're right. Multiple races for you and not you.
Yeah.
That's true. So, well, first of all, have you got to roll the intro yet?
Well, that one, I wanted that to be it, but
Oh, okay. Say it again.
it's race week.
Cool. Intro bit there.
I don't think it had as much energy that time, but
It
we'll
didn't,
roll with it.
but
It's fine.
it's good. It's fine. It's everything in life. So, yeah. So this has gone up on Wednesday, if all's gone to plan, because tomorrow on Thursday, I'm not because, I'm a fucking adult and shit. I've got shit to do. But your boy over there, he will be doing pre-season little run through on the GT3. You know where it is that
GT3
yet?
Sim Series.
Yeah, man. For Ultimate Racing Series.
Yeah.
Good fun. Don't know what track you're doing yet, do I?
Tomorrow, I think it's either going to be Portimao
Yeah,
or
they were the two getting the votes, weren't it? And Silverstone?
Silverstone, which I'd rather
Which
it
one
be
would you prefer?
Portimao because I've never done it before, so
Oh, fair enough.
Silverstone's boring as shit. Yeah, it's Portimao's got 8 votes. So.
Oh, fair enough then. That's cool. I'm not gonna lie, really want to kind of do it, but I won't be able to put any time into it, so I've got it. And then Saturday, we're back. Last week we had off, back on the Rallycross at Sweden, Hoyers, which I'm still trying to not spin the car. So that'll be interesting. You're probably doing a lot better than me.
I set 3 laps. That's it. That's my extent of practice. I'm all in for this GT3 racing. Going all in. Gonna win.
You can do better at the GT3.
I can do better at GT3 racing with a little bit of practice.
And because you can do better at GT3 racing, on Sunday you're also racing Rallycross.
Yep.
Yes.
So I'm going no practice for Rallycross because I'm going to be at back anyway. So.
Well, have you seen the group that you're in?
Yeah, exactly. So
you know some of the people.
There's no point in practicing.
What's he called? Dorian Baptiste in your group?
Probably, I don't know.
Who's, like I say, I think he came 4th or 5th in the World Series final.
Oh, good, yeah. Fun.
Vulcan's teammate.
I'll definitely
Adam's
beat him.
Teammate, so, it's going to be fun. I'm not racing that one either, but I will be commentating, so I'll get to hurl all kinds of abuse at you.
I can't wait for it.
Which I won't, because, teammates and shit, and there'll be no bias, honest. But yeah, so it's a busy e-racing time.
It is. It's what exciting.
Yeah, man. Very.
On to real world news then, I guess. Yes. Got a couple of bits. So today they've had. In fact, we won't start with that yet.
Threw me off there.
Team Dynamics last week for touring cars.
I saw this.
So, Honda have pulled out of the partnership after 17 seasons.
And successful seasons. Like they've had a.
Oh yeah, they've won a hell of a lot of championships, be it team or driver.
Yeah, didn't see it coming.
No, I didn't. So I think that means there'll be one manufacturer's team left. which is BMW.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether the Toyota team is or not. So that were interesting. There was something else.
Oh no, that's familiar.
I think we said Dan Camish were back in Porsches last week.
Yeah, man.
So he was back in that yesterday.
I'm not a Porsche fan, but when I see a Porsche in full race spec, it is a little bit tingly.
Honestly, they don't look that much different, I don't think.
No, I think it's because I think it's not some twat in it.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Because they're driven by some absolute penises on the road a lot of the time.
Um,
Not everyone, granted. I'm sure you're fine who's watching this. Because you're fucking ledge. You won't be watching them, but you know.
We've got a bit of the Toyota colours.
It's very Japanese.
Yeah, I think they're a bit par compared to one that Ingram were in last year. I think that looked a lot. Oh shit!
Yeah. It's
I just dropped my camera.
Be right. Sorry.
I'm here.
It's about that, and it isn't no like been Nicholas who's on Team Hard.
Yeah, so
or even the Beamers.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm just about to. So I mean, they're nice, but they're not this, are they? So.
Fuck it, I think that Cooper looks banging.
Like so yeah, they're not that. So they had testing today. There were 6 teams, so BMW were out.
The Beamers look nice, don't they?
I think Plato were out because he put this tweet about forgotten how much I love committing a car to a corner with more energy than it wants, dancing on the edge of grip and needing every millimetre of tarmac and a bit more on the exit.
Awesome.
So it's good because obviously he's had a year off as well, so he's had
he didn't. Wasn't he supposed to do like a couple of rounds last year, but nothing really happened, did it?
Yeah, I think the team just like decided no, we're not gonna do any.
So, just understandable, you know. I mean, the budget's had a big impact on a lot of people.
I think that were a lot of it last year, wasn't it?
I mean, you know, very soon, maybe before this is aired, possibly just after, the World Rallycross calendar is going to be announced, and people are going to be in for a shock. Then I can assure you. But a lot of that comes down to budget.
Yeah.
And it's a shame, but shit's still going forward. Got to take the positive.
Yeah.
I swore again.
Ken Block's been doing some rallying.
Yeah, man. Acre 100. 100 acre even.
100 acre.
In Skoda. It's so. I mean, I put that on Instagram, didn't I?
Yeah.
But like, it's so odd not seeing him in a Ford primarily or a Subaru. Seeing him in a Skoda. I mean, it actually looks really nice.
Pretty much all he's done for his entire career, isn't it?
Well, he started in Subaru, didn't he? Like when he got popular and famous.
Yeah.
You know,
this picture
internet famous. And then obviously into the Ford. It's weird, isn't it? Because Skoda, it's just Skoda, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it looks well and it fucking goes well.
Yeah.
Competing against Pastrana, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had loads of problems, but still came second.
Yeah.
So, fair play to him, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, obviously America's not got to say that the level of Bradford talent that you'd have in more probably the Europe countries, but there's still fucking fast drivers, there's still quick guys. Yeah. So if you can do that and still come second, it's very impressive. My tablets are in my pocket. I haven't had them yet. Let's remember to have them. Yeah. Otherwise, you'll see me in pain tomorrow with the chronic migraines.
So, last week we had the new track layout for Jeddah, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. In my opinion,
what you're going to say.
It's crap.
Looks a bit shit, doesn't it?
Then
is it a street circuit?
Yeah, it will be.
So it's a street circuit, very fast. So
250 kilometers an hour.
It should be entertaining because you're going to get a lot of bumper cars.
You say that, but I don't think there will be.
You know, I reckon.
No.
That's a shame.
Because through these twisty bits, if you get close to anyone, you're just going to have so little downforce that you won't be able to go
that's a
fast.
good point, actually. I didn't think
And
about
then you'll
F1.
be too far away when you get down here to overtake.
Yeah, because F1
And
relies
then
so much on the downforce, don't
You
it?
might catch up on this straight, and then again you'll just lose it all on this twisty bit. And
Yeah, fair enough.
so
That's why you're the F1 editorial commentator. You
try
whatever
my
the fuck
best,
person.
So that's going to be crap, I reckon, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm sure both people I've spoke to about it have said they think it looks good, so I'm probably wrong.
Well, fuck them, because you're allowed to have your opinion on things that are not based on human rights.
Yeah. And then today, George Russell has become the new director of the Grand Prix Drivers Association.
Yeah, was it
Which
thingy-majiggy, wasn't it?
it was Grosjean before, yeah. And I think Vettel's won as well. So I think it's Vettel and George Russell in combination.
So I'm assuming it's like not like a drivers' union, but it's some form of way of having drivers
it's that sort of thing.
On the panel, if you like, of F1 and FIA.
Because back when the Halo were introduced, Grosjean was saying that he would like one of the people against it in that drivers' association. Yeah, and obviously it saved his life.
He got a different view now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I'm probably thinking, I'm glad I lost that argument.
Yeah. So that it's pretty good for George Russell. I mean, he's a professional guy anyway, so he's probably the right person to pick.
I've just read the last line of that.
PowerPoint skills are paying off, yeah, man.
Oh shit! I love when like a magazine who's been around for what 70-something years plus.
Yeah.
Utmost in high level journalism, and they still can put in a little joke there.
Yeah.
Absolute legends.
It's good, isn't it? You can appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
So, something else that happened yesterday. So, Global Citizen have partnered with Formula One, or vice versa. Now, Global Citizen are basically a charity, I believe, and they've been kind of, well, if you read here, they're basically, I don't really know, to be honest. So I think it's a charity. I think.
Let's have a look. See.
Don't really know. I know they've gave out a lot of money over the past year, so
I'm guessing if they're called Global Citizen, they're either something to do with, I suppose, sustainability or people not hating each other.
Yeah. So one of the main things they wanted was for F1 to become carbon net neutral by 2030.
Yeah. So it's like a very big global community, i.e., poverty and carbon neutral, and basically everything to make people not a shit.
Yeah. So that's going to be interesting without racing in global rights countries for money, basically, comes into play. And the carbon net neutral thing, that's going to be interesting by 2030, which is where we think synthetic fuels are going to come in, I guess.
Yeah. Now, so say you go synthetic fuel, right? And get it, hence Porsche and the fag group coming into F1 and all that shit that's been rumoured. Do you know how synthetic fuel is made?
Plants.
Would you like to know?
Plants.
No, it's not.
Go on.
That would be like plant fuel. You get like
plant fibers.
gains or some shit. Basically, so you're taking what are you doing? You're extracting CO2, carbon dioxide, out of the air. Coincidentally, they're looking at trying to extract carbon dioxide to put underground as a way of reducing CO2 in the atmosphere, which would kind of work well with this process. So you'd get the carbon dioxide, you're going to, I think you put it with hydrogen, which obviously, as what was going on in the kind of the extreme E the other week, hydrogen is a fairly probably as close to carbon zero you're going to get, depending how you're going to do the electrolysis. And yeah, so you combine them two, that's going to make not ethanol, methanol. Yeah, so you're going to process that to make methanol, and then you're going to process the methanol in order to make it basically is going from gas into liquid, and you're making through that fuel. You get into synthetic fuel, which I think you can make like a petrol or a diesel base. The other good thing, like, obviously you can get ethanol in fuel, but you have to prepare the engine for ethanol. You wouldn't have to with a synthetic fuel. It will just work perfectly fine.
That's good.
And the reality is the process of making it can be done to be fairly carbon neutral. And obviously hydrogen now being, I'd say the technology is coming on, but the technology is kind of there, but the advancement is coming on in terms of commercialization of it, that you've got the energy storage of that, and you've got taking the dark side out of the atmosphere. Your issue is it's expensive, but it will be expensive until enough people use it so it can actually be mass done, I suppose, like hydrogen. I'm sure that'll cost of doing that will come down.
Yeah.
But if you're only going to have it for, say, motorsport, it ain't going to come down.
Yeah, but you'd have thought if they're bringing it to motorsport, they'll bring it to masses as well.
All your old cars, everything will run on it.
Exactly. So I'm sure that'll be planned, because if you think about it from a Porsche perspective, they'll make shit tons off it.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's nothing new either. I think that's the other thing. All these things are not new.
I guess it's just more the technology's got better as well.
Yeah, and I suppose it's like when I was like a cat, they were saying there that you can go through and you've got all of these technologies in order to reduce carbon footprint, in order to maintain a fairly similar lifestyle to we have now. The issue you've got is, and they were at a point where they weren't getting scientists anymore, they were getting psychologists in, because they had to change the mindset of how people run.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is societal and corporate and all that because of money.
Yeah.
And there's an underlying thing of, obviously, if you're carbon neutral, then you might not make as much money.
Yeah.
But obviously they'll tax it and things, and people will make money, so that's what people do.
Yep.
But it's interesting to have a bit more out there, and it's whether it will catch on enough to be an alternative to electric. But I can see the only issues with F1, right, is it's such a gigantic infrastructure of teams and just everything. Obviously, if you can do, you can transport a synthetic fuel in the same manner, so when you're at a racetrack, you don't have to, deal with the issues of having to supply the electric, because let's face it, not many tracks have that in place.
Yeah.
And in fact, it has been. There was a statement out by one series, and the reason for basically not allowing electric cars in the series was because they don't have the infrastructure in place on the UK tracks, and I'm sure most around the world are the same. So yeah, it would be easy for them to do that, and I suppose they can run all the vehicles off that. It's just like when you've got all the helicopters and all the other stuff kind of coming in, how do you get that to be in a relatively carbon neutral? But it's nice words.
I mean, it's 9 years lot can
It's not a
happen
lot
in
of time
9 years.
to, yeah, I'll put it back or just change
I
everything.
mean, yeah, in a lot of time, but it kind of is.
Yeah.
Like, if you think
It's
9
supposed to
years
make it
ago now, it's massive. We were,
9
like,
years
not
ago
in...
now.
We were
I
pretty much
wasn't in
no...
as much pain.
we
And
were pretty
one
much,
quite so
like,
broken.
NA cars all time, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Man.
So...
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we end it there. That,
Yeah. Why not? Why
interesting
not?
bit of news.
I like little nerdy bits.
Let us know what you think of that. Whether it's completely outrageous. Whether you think it's possible.
I mean,
What do
it'd
you
be good,
think of
wouldn't it?
the
Because you keep
new...
the same noise.
Well, yeah. Even though it's downhill from what it used to be anyway.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think of the street circuit. The Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, man. And if there's anybody actually who's really good with carbon neutral shit and sustainability and effects on motorsport, hit us up, man. I want to talk to you. Like that shit.
Yeah.
You're the main. All
Cool.
lass. Woman. Smart people, remember females. Cool. Peace.
See
Keep
ya.
it pretty real and get logged on for Thursday tomorrow.
It's only practice though, so it might not be.
Yeah, but it's a bit of fun watching you getting
crash,
smashed
slide.
up. Pretty much.
Yeah.
And me just laughing at you on the stream because I'm not racing.
Cool. See you then.
See y'all.